Hello, hello. I am here. We are here. Here is the team, all ready to go. And we are ready to beat this game for the second time. I am Lexi. My pronouns are she, her. I have played this game before, so I will probably be talking about the endings before I actually do the endings. So if this is your first experience with Valgard Act 3 and you don't want to know what's going to happen before it happens, maybe run away now. Otherwise, hello, so happy you're here. Thank you for joining. So here is our final party, at least for now. Lucanus and Emmerich with me. Hello. And I have already chosen Dabra and Enasan as our sacrifices, and I'm very sad I don't want to talk about it. Let's just go kill things instead of dealing with our feelings, please.
Alright, not the quickest path ahead, but we might reach the gods before we're spotted.
Seems unlikely, bro. Why beach if nothing to grab? Rude. I said this the first time, but I still find it funny that, like, this is endgame. There's nothing else to do after this beyond, like, the fight for Minrathis, and it's funny to me that you can still loot goblin stuff, because realistically, what am I going to do with this shit now, you know?
That must be where the gods are making the dagger.
The way their ritual's already bending the fade. We must hurry.
Okay. That said, I am absolutely still gonna loot goblin all the loot things. Because I can't help myself. I wish I could. I see a gold shiny thing,
Well,
I must
so much
have it.
for that.
Quickly, before they raise the alarm.
Ah! Fuck you. They were all dead! Okay, now they're all dead. We're fine. We're fine? Everything is fine. We're perfectly calm. This is a cozy stream. Ooh, a chest. Give me the chest. That. Great, thanks so much. Anything down here? No? Why does this exist if no loot? Please! Oh. Ooh, fishies. I still feel very strongly that I should be able to swim, and it's very funny that I can't.
Intruders, take arms!
Excuse me, I got a loot goblin? Excuse me?
They've got mortars!
Mercenaries.
The Untarm aren't taking any chances.
Is that everybody? Well, I guess it was. Excuse me.
They're behind you!
Are they? I mean, Emmerich is behind me. I'm very shiny and golden now. Very satisfying. I like it. These poor human mercenaries, man. They don't stand a chance. Hey! Off the boyfriend! I mean, is he still my boyfriend? We had a really weird fight, but... Still, that's my man. Hi, Cyber Redneck. I'm good. How are you doing? Man, I talked shit and now I'm missing every hit I try to get in on the human mercenaries. Oh good, I'm glad. Are you a Dragon Age fan? Let's see. Oh, I missed one. Okay, now I'm just mad. Played through a few times. So have you played Veilguard through a few times, or like, are you a fan of the earlier games too? Let's see here. Ooh, boss fight? Earlier ones? Nice, me too. I know this isn't like a popular opinion. Dragon Age 2 is actually my favorite, but I love 2 and Inquisition, and I enjoyed this one too. This is my second run through that I'm just about to finish on it. And I'm Lexi, by the way. Thanks for being here. Let's see. You agree? Nice, nice. Congrats on having stellar opinions, my friend. I just love the story and the characters in 2. I know it's a very flawed game. You know, the crunch really did BioWare in, and they redid the same dungeons over and over again, but I loved the story and the characters, and that's where this one fell a little flat for me. But clearly I've still enjoyed it, because this is the end of my, like, second 50-plus hour playthrough, so I'm having a good time. I just kind of had to divorce it from how obsessed I was with the previous games, because that was a standard just no game was ever going to live up to for me personally, but I do really enjoy a lot about this game too, clearly. I was talking with friends this weekend about it, a couple of different friends, and they were asking my opinions on it, and I was sharing, you know, some of the things that I found a little disappointing, and then I was like, well, but I am, you know, like 120 hours in. They were like, okay. Clearly not so bad. Yeah. Well, no, it's not. I wouldn't say it's a bad game. I love the others so much, you know. But still fun. I'm excited to see. I'm going to do some different endings here that I didn't try the first time around. So I haven't seen, and I hope you already know like the endings and stuff, because I'm about to say so many spoilery things. Mute me if you don't know the endings. But I'm excited to see the sort of like quote unquote good ending with Solus, because I haven't tried that one yet. And I also haven't like just fully attacked him yet, which I'm excited to do. Last time I did the trickery with the knife, which was very satisfying and I enjoyed. But I'm looking forward to trying some different stuff too. What? Hello? Oh, I love throwing people off cliffs. So satisfying. Okay. I've gotten very turned around. Where am I going? Ooh! I'm going right off the side of the cliff, clearly. Oopsies. Oops. Why are there ladders over here? Is there, like, good stuff to get? Again, it feels kind of funny to be, like, looting at this point in the game. Because, like, what am I going to do with this stuff? But I also can't help myself. If there's stuff to loot, I want it. Like, give it to me, please. You always have a problem when the new game falls shorter than the previous. Totally. I agree. Like I said, I had a good time with this game. I just, like, I was so obsessed with 2 and 3 in particular that was a really tough standard for them to have to try to meet. And with, like, how long it took this game to make this game and how many stops and starts they had, like, I'm just so glad that this game exists at all, you know? There was such a long time where I thought, you know, Dragon Age 4 was never actually going to happen. And I'm really glad they finally made it. And I'm very curious to see if there's ever a 5, because they did some interesting stuff with the setup in the end, about what sort of the next villains or the next conflict might be. I mean, that said, they did some of that setup in Inquisition and they didn't fully follow through on it, you know? So I know things will potentially change, and maybe they won't follow through on the ones from across the sea, but super interesting. Which one does this? This is a detonate. Does he just... Ah!
That one's all set.
Oh, oops, it's down. Oopsies. Alright, so we're gonna keep going here. Ooh, chest. What do we get? Absolutely nothing useful. Thanks. Thanks, Gabe. Thanks so much. Anything else out here? Nothing worth getting. Alright. Way up here.
How brave of
On
you
out.
to seek me out, Rook. We shall meet.
Well,
soon.
so much for the gods not knowing we're here.
I just heard Elgadon.
He said my name. Ends fight.
Okay. It is fun doing this for the second time, because the first time I was just so stressed. And now I can pay a little more attention to the dialogue, and because I know what's happening, and also I'm better at the game now. My first playthrough was rough. Good job, gentlemen. Let's go. Man, these are a lot harder to kill than normal deep stalkers. We just it's gone. Bye. Okay, they all down? I think so. Have you played all the way through Veilguard too? Where is it? Ooh, okay, I almost threw myself off the edge, but I didn't. Just getting back into gaming and streaming this last year. Almost died, had a bunch of seizures and forgot it. Wow, that's very intense. Ah! So it's almost like playing a lot of games for the first time. Wow, that makes sense, but that's a lot. I'm sorry you went through that. Haven't played this yet. I definitely like I said, it doesn't live up to the previous games for me, but it is fun. So if you've watched other people play it and it seems appealing, then I think it's definitely, and if like gaming is something you're able to do now after the seizures and everything, it's definitely worth a try. I really like the combat.
I wanted to say...
Yeah. About that argument.
Hold, please.
It's no time to apologize, is it?
We'll talk back home, Emmerich. I promise.
Oh, you're
This
not going to
place used
talk
to be-
back at home.
This
But that
isn't
was
the first
very
time
sweet,
blood's
because we
been
had a
shed
really
here.
weird argument
There are
right before
deaths
this.
trapped in these walls.
Anyway, like I was saying, I think it's a game worth playing if it seems like it might be something that's fun for you. I really like the combat system in Veilguard. As a veteran of previous Dragon Ages, this is probably my favorite combat system. It's really fun. I've played a warrior and a rogue so far, and I've really loved both. The sure test is going to be to try to play mage, because historically I don't enjoy playing mage. So, except as Knight Enchanter in Inquisition, I love that because I just got to hit stuff. So, my next playthrough of Veilguard, I'm going to try being a mage and see if I actually like being a mage. But it's a fun combat system, and there's a lot of cool story and fun characters, and it's a good game. Also, I had a huge fight. So I romanced Emmerich in this playthrough. We had a huge fight right before this, and it was all about how I'm so much younger than him, which is hilarious because, wait, where's my character? Hold, please. I intentionally made a character who looked so much older. Like, this is not a Rook who is 22 years old, okay? I am not 22 years old as a player. Like, I am not out here playing some, like, baby Rook. But there's no way for the game to acknowledge that, so we had this huge fight over how much younger I am than Emmerich, and I was like, buddy, I'm like 47 years old out here. I'm Kunari Santa Daddy, okay? Like, we're good. You'll have to try. You can't do mage. Yeah, I can't do mage either. I just want to run and hit things, you know? Like, having to figure out spells and which buttons to push is just not my gaming style. You're 18, you had an 8-inch beard. Yeah! See? Like, I've decided in my mind that, like, everyone in this game is terrible at reading Kunari ages, and so everyone is just misreading my Rook as, like, some 22-year-old babyface when actually he's 47. I realize that the game breaks this entirely in some of the dialogue, but I've decided that that's my Rook. I'm just like, I'm so far past my early 20s, you know, that, like, I can play an early 20 character, but that's not what I default to.
Can't let them slow us down.
You really did, RL. Yeah, I figured you meant, yeah. Yeah, so I know you can have full beard and, you know, be 18. I totally get you. Man, I love this musical theme. It's so ominous. It's mostly for the elven gods, and it's really great. Ah! And like the electric guitars coming in, it's just badass. I really enjoyed the music in this game. Oh no, I was not paying attention to my health. Oops. Can you guys please both heal me? Should have got you beard at 15. Fuck off. Ah! Oops. Yeah, the soundtrack is really great. I think it was Hans Zimmer, actually, which is like a very big name for a video game soundtrack, which is cool. Or Bear McCreary, but no, I'm pretty sure it was Hans Zimmer. And yeah, I used to work for a university, like as an employee, not as a student, and I just got mistaken for an 18-year-old student constantly. Which, fair, I know I look very young, but I'm very far past those years. So I guess it's appropriate that my Rook gets mistaken for a tiny baby, because I always am too.
Watch your step.
The gods finish their dagger, open the Fade, and unleash all the blight. Even Solus was terrified of that.
At least the Dread Wolf recognizes the folly of his fellow gods.
Yeah, I really like that particular musical theme. I think is really great. I love Emmerich's that plays when you're in the Grand Necropolis. I think that's really cool too. Would you fuck off, please? And then there's this like cool sort of like almost futuristic sounding thing that plays for Lucanus. Oh, that was a bad spot. Particularly when you're freeing him from prison in the ossuary. There's this cool like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's got a very interesting vibe to it that I liked a lot. Clean shaven, you look like you're 20, but you're 40. Yeah, I get mistaken for 18 or younger sometimes still, and I am also 40. So I feel you.
On Tom, your vision, your loyalty will be rewarded.
Okay, you're...
Ilene and I must complete our task before we join you. But this...
Okay, does somebody have... No. Apparently I gave everybody healing instead of the time slow power, which is fine. For once I actually want to use the time slow power and nobody has it. So I'm a very casual streamer at best. I mostly do it to like hang out with some friends and like play games together that way. So I've been doing that for like probably since the pandemic, so like 4-ish years, like, you know, maybe once every couple months. And then when Veilguard came out, I got an actual gaming PC, which I'd never had before, and so that has enabled me to do a lot more. And so I've been streaming a fair amount of Veilguard since it came out in like October, November. So technically I've been streaming for probably like 4 years, but very, very rarely. And I've been doing it much more regularly only in the last few months, and only like really setting up, like, I have a real microphone now and like a much better setup and all that sort of stuff. So a couple months kind of, or a couple years depending on how you define it, I guess. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Like, this is never for me going to be something that I'm trying to do like full time or as a job. It's just something for fun. Both hanging out with friends, and just like sometimes I get to meet, you know, strangers like you too, which is really fun. I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to stream when I'm like tired of replaying Veilguard over and over again. I've been thinking about what games I want to try. I'm very interested in Baldur's Gate. I'm a little scared of it just because like the choice you have, the level of choice you have in Baldur's Gate, from what I understand, is so enormous, and I feel like I might find that a little overwhelming, but I'm very, you know, I feel like it's a pretty natural progression from like Veilguard and Dragon Age to try Baldur's Gate, especially as somebody who plays D&D. So thinking I'm gonna try Baldur's Gate at some point, and then otherwise I don't know, maybe some cozy games, which are a very different vibe from Baldur's Gate and Veilguard, but I enjoy. What sort of games were your favorite? Like, do you play now, or do you more sort of watch other folks? Baldur's Gate? Yeah. Nice. I definitely am going to play it at some point. I'm just very hyper fixated on Veilguard right now. Ooh, they're talking about us.
There are others. Find them. Bring us what remains.
So much for surprise.
Yeah, I mean, the
hurry.
element of surprise went out
looking
a long
everywhere
time
after
ago.
hearing that.
Played Baldur's Gate, Elden Ring, Monster Hunter. Nice. Yeah, those are very much 7 Days to Die. Oh, I have friends who are very into 7 Days to Die. Cool. Those are all a very particular vibe. Like, you know what you like, and that's cool. I really like that. I think one of the things I've found sort of a little frustrating about this entry in Dragon Age in particular is that it feels like your choices have been very narrowed. Like, in previous Dragon Age games, you could make these big sweeping choices that affected your world state, and you don't do that so much in this one. Even your dialogue choices are kind of less varied than they used to be. Like, you used to have the option to kind of be an asshole, or be funny, or be nice, and now it sort of feels like they've narrowed your range of, like, the things you can express. And so, like, I want more choice, and so in that sense, I think Baldur's Gate is going to be a really good one. I'm just a little scared that it's going to open it up too much for me, you know? Like, I kind of want something with, like, medium choice with some guardrails. But I'm going to try it, because I do think it's very much going to be my sort of jam. Maybe after I finish this particular playthrough, because I've been doing in this playthrough kind of the opposite of all the choices I made the last time to sort of get a full sense of the spectrum, and I don't know how much I'm gonna feel like there's replayability in this after that. I'll like it to be scared.
You're
Cool,
right.
thank you. I appreciate
now,
that.
We burned some on-tom ships, led them off.
I
There's
love
another way
character-driven stories. I love
open the way
stories
out?
that let me, like,
Sure
pick
thing.
my
Let me take a
romance,
look.
and then, you know, sweeping fantasy, all that sort of stuff. Super rad. I'm excited about. And I know Baldur's Gate ticks all those boxes. Plus, you know, I wouldn't say I'm very good at D&D, but I have played it, and so I know a bit about the system. Oh, I forgot there are a bunch of big boys. Oh. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, that was not great. That was not great. There's nothing here for me to hit. Cool. Woo! They're very big and very fast, and I don't like that. And no one can heal me yet, so that's good. Legend of Dragoon. I don't think I'm familiar with. What's that one like? I mean, is that a fantasy? It sounds like it. Oh my god, I cannot get these big boys down. PS1 game, all-time favorite game ever. Oh man. There were so many amazing classics from the PS1 era. I grew up on PS1. Stop hitting me! Please! Please! Ah! Oh, okay.
Doors are open, Rook. There's a lot more on top. We'll lead them away.
Okay, I need a lot of potions. Give me a lot of potions, please. More potions? Are there any more? Fuck. Hello? Potions, please? No? 4-disc, like, first rail fantasy RPG? Oh, nice. Is it like JRPG, sort of like Final Fantasy-ish? Because that's most of my, like, RPGs, sort of, especially PS1 era experience is Final Fantasy.